And now as I continue into this next part, I want you to feel reassurance settling into every corner of your heart, because stability is returning to you, not as something fragile but as something rooted. I am grounding you so that no sudden change can shake you the way it once did. You are learning how to stand firm without becoming hard, how to stay open without becoming vulnerable to harm. This balance is wisdom, and it is growing within you day by day. There will still be moments when emotions rise unexpectedly, when old memories surface, when fear tries to remind you of what once hurt, but now those moments will no longer control you. You will observe them, breathe through them, and let them pass, because you are no longer living from wounds but from healing. I am also restoring your sense of direction. For a long time you felt unsure about where you were going, questioning your choices, wondering if your efforts mattered. But hear this clearly: every step you took with sincerity counted. Even the steps that seemed small or wrong at the time, they led you here, and here is where clarity begins to sharpen. You will start recognizing what aligns with your spirit and what drains it, what deserves your time and what quietly steals it. Trust this awareness. It is not coincidence, it is growth. I am also teaching you how to receive without guilt, because you have often been the giver, the supporter, the one who holds others together, and when it was time for you to receive help, love, or rest, you felt uncomfortable. But you are allowed to receive, you are allowed to be cared for, you are allowed to be supported. Receiving does not make you weak, it makes you human, and it allows balance to return to your life. I am also bringing healing to your expectations, because disappointment often comes when expectations are placed in the wrong hands. Place them in me instead, not in people, not in outcomes, not in timing, but in my faithfulness. When expectations are rooted in me, disappointment loses its power. I am also renewing your courage, not loud courage that demands attention, but quiet courage that keeps going even when no one is watching. That courage will lead you to make decisions that honor your future rather than soothe temporary comfort. You will walk away from what no longer serves your growth, and you will step into opportunities that once intimidated you, not because fear is gone, but because faith has become stronger than fear. I am also reminding you to celebrate progress, not just completion. Growth is happening even when the finish line is not yet visible. Acknowledge how far you have come, the lessons you have learned, the strength you have gained, the peace you now carry. These are victories, do not overlook them. I am also aligning you with people who reflect your growth, relationships that feel calm instead of chaotic, supportive instead of draining, honest instead of confusing. These connections will feel different, lighter, and more genuine. Cherish them and invest wisely. I am also teaching you to let go of urgency, because urgency creates pressure, but purpose creates peace. Move with intention, not anxiety. You do not need to rush to prove anything. Your life will speak for itself in time. Remain consistent, remain faithful, remain true, and the results will come naturally. I am reminding you once more that you are never alone in this process. Even when silence surrounds you, even when answers seem slow, I am present, working, guiding, protecting, strengthening. What you are becoming matters deeply, and the life you are building now will bless not only you but those who come after you. Keep your heart aligned with truth, your mind anchored in hope, and your steps guided by faith, because what is unfolding ahead is stable, meaningful, and lasting. And when you arrive there, you will understand that every part of this journey, every waiting season, every quiet victory, and every moment of trust led you exactly where you were meant to be. And now as I continue, let your heart stay open, because this next part is meant to anchor you deeply. I want you to understand that your life has meaning far beyond what you can measure by success or failure. Every breath you take is intentional. Every season you walk through carries purpose, even the ones you did not choose. I am teaching you how to live from the inside out, not driven by pressure or fear but guided by truth and trust. Many times you tried to fix everything on your own and felt exhausted, not because you were weak but because you were carrying burdens I never asked you to carry. I am inviting you to lay them down, not once but daily, because peace is maintained by continual surrender. Do not think surrender means losing control. It means placing your life in hands that know the way. When you trust me fully, you will notice how clarity replaces confusion and calm replaces chaos. I am also restoring your ability to hope again, because disappointment can slowly convince the heart to expect less, to dream smaller, and to settle. But I did not create you to settle. I created you to grow, to expand, and to walk forward with expectation. Dare to believe again, not because circumstances look perfect but because I am faithful. Your hope is not foolish, it is fuel, and I am breathing life into it again. I know you learned to protect yourself by lowering expectations, by saying you are fine when you were not, by staying quiet to avoid conflict, but I am healing that survival mindset and replacing it with confidence and peace. You do not need to shrink to be safe anymore. I am your safety. I am also teaching you how to love without fear, not closing your heart because of past pain but opening it wisely with discernment. Love does not mean allowing harm, it means choosing truth, boundaries, and grace together. You are allowed to say no, you are allowed to walk away from what damages your soul, and you are allowed to choose peace even if others misunderstand. I stand with you in those choices. There will be moments when obedience requires courage, when choosing what is right costs you comfort or approval, but those moments are turning points that shape destiny. Choose faith over fear in those moments and you will see doors open that no human could open for you. I am also reminding you that your words carry power. Speak life over yourself, over your family, over your future. Stop agreeing with fear, lack, or failure. Speak truth even when emotions disagree, because words spoken in faith shape reality over time. You may not see immediate change, but keep speaking, keep believing, keep aligning your words with my promises. I am working through your obedience even when it feels small. Nothing done in faith is ever wasted. I am strengthening your discernment so you recognize distractions that look good but lead nowhere. Not every opportunity is meant for you, and saying no to the wrong thing makes room for the right thing. Trust my timing. Rushing ahead will only delay what I am preparing. I know waiting is uncomfortable, but waiting with me is never empty. It is active, meaningful, and purposeful. I am building endurance in you, because endurance protects blessings when they arrive. You are becoming steady, not easily shaken by opinions, circumstances, or delays, and that steadiness will carry you far. I also want you to remember that you are not alone. Even when you feel isolated, I am near, closer than you realize. Guiding thoughts, protecting steps, and calming storms you do not even notice. Talk to me throughout your day, not only in crisis but in ordinary moments. Invite me into your decisions, your conversations, your plans, because I care about every detail of your life. Nothing is too small for me, and when you walk with me daily you will notice how life becomes lighter, clearer, and more meaningful. Stay faithful in small things, because small acts of obedience build great outcomes. I am preparing you for greater responsibility and greater influence, but first I am teaching you how to stay grounded, how to listen, and how to move with wisdom. When the next season arrives you will not be overwhelmed because you have been trained quietly in this one. Keep your heart soft, your mind focused, and your spirit aligned with truth. I am not finished with you, I am only getting started, and what lies ahead will confirm that every step of obedience, every tear, and every moment of trust was worth it. And now as I speak further into your journey, I want you to slow your thoughts and let peace settle inside you, because clarity comes when the heart is calm. I am teaching you how to live without constant inner noise, without fear shouting louder than truth, without worry stealing your strength. Learn to be still even while moving forward, because stillness is not the absence of action but the presence of trust. When you trust me deeply you stop forcing outcomes and start flowing with my guidance, and this is where life becomes lighter. You will notice that things begin to fall into place without struggle, not because challenges disappear but because you are no longer fighting alone. I am also healing your relationship with time. You have often felt rushed, behind, or pressured to catch up, but hear me clearly. You are not late, you are not delayed, you are not missing out. You are exactly where you need to be for what I am building next. I do not measure life by speed but by readiness, and readiness is what I have been forming in you patiently. Stop measuring your progress by someone else's clock. Their path is not yours and their season is not yours. What I have planned for you will arrive at the perfect moment, not too early and not too late. I am also teaching you how to trust yourself again, not in pride but in wisdom, because I am restoring confidence that was shaken by past mistakes and broken trust. You learn to doubt your own decisions because pain followed some choices, but that does not mean you are incapable. It means you are learning, and learning always includes mistakes. I do not condemn you for them, I use them to teach you discernment. Now you will notice a new clarity when making decisions, a quiet confidence that comes from walking closely with me. Do not ignore that inner peace, it is one of the ways I guide you. I am also freeing you from the weight of pleasing everyone. You were never meant to carry that burden. You cannot live fully when you are constantly adjusting yourself to meet expectations. Live with integrity, live with kindness, but live free. Those who are meant to walk with you will understand, and those who do not are not meant to shape your future. I am strengthening your boundaries because boundaries protect purpose. You are allowed to protect your time, your energy, and your heart. Saying no to what drains you is saying yes to what fulfills you. I am also renewing your joy, not the kind that depends on events, but the kind that rises quietly from knowing you are loved and secure. Joy is your strength, and I am restoring it gently, one layer at a time. You may not feel it fully yet, but it is growing. Choose gratitude daily, even in small things, because gratitude opens the door for joy to flow freely. I am also sharpening your focus. Distractions will try to pull you in many directions, but you cannot build deeply while living scattered. Choose what matters most and give it your best attention. Let go of what only fills time without feeding your soul. You are entering a season where focus will multiply your efforts and bring visible results. Remain disciplined but gentle with yourself. Growth is not harsh, it is steady. I am reminding you again that you are safe with me. You do not need to fear the future. You do not need to replay the past. Stay present and walk step by step. I am guiding each one. Even when you cannot see far ahead, trust the light you have now. It is enough to take the next step, and as you do, more light will appear. This is how faith works. I am proud of the strength you have shown quietly, of the resilience you built without applause, and of the love you kept alive even when life was heavy. Keep moving forward, keep listening, keep trusting, because the road ahead is opening, and I am walking with you into everything that is still to come. And now hear me closely as I continue speaking to your heart, because there is still much I want you to understand and receive. I have not finished my work in you, and I will not stop until everything I promised comes to pass. There will be moments when you feel tired again, moments when doubts try to return, moments when fear whispers lies into your mind, but remember this truth and hold it firmly. I am not a God who starts and then abandons. I am a God who completes. What I begin I always finish, even when the road feels long, even when progress feels slow, even when you cannot see clear results yet. I am still moving, I am still arranging, I am still protecting you from dangers you do not even notice. Many times you thought something bad happened by accident, but you did not see how much worse it could have been if I had not stepped in quietly. I have redirected paths, delayed plans, and even closed doors that looked good to you but would have harmed your future. And one day, you will look back and thank me for the prayers I did not answer the way you expected, because I always see the full picture while you only see a small part. That is why I ask you to trust me not only when things feel good but also when they feel confusing, because faith is not built only in joy but also in waiting. I know your heart desires peace, stability, and certainty, and I am leading you there step by step, not all at once, so that you grow strong enough to stay there. Do not rush what I am carefully building in your life. Do not compare your timing with anyone else, because your journey is unique and your calling is personal. What I am doing in you cannot be copied or rushed. It must be formed patiently. There are layers of strength, wisdom, humility, and endurance that I am developing in you, and each layer matters more than you realize right now. You may think the blessing is the most important part, but I tell you the person you are becoming is even more important, because blessings can come and go, but character carries you through every season. I am shaping you into someone who can stand firm when storms rise, someone who can stay humble when success comes, someone who can love when others become cold, and someone who can forgive when others choose bitterness. This is why I remind you again and again to guard your heart, your words, and your thoughts, because what you allow inside you will shape the life you live tomorrow. Fill your mind with truth, not fear. Fill your mouth with gratitude, not complaint. Fill your actions with kindness, not anger, and you will see how your environment slowly begins to change, not because the world suddenly becomes perfect, but because you are walking in my wisdom, and wisdom always brings life. There will be people who misunderstand you, people who judge you without knowing your story, people who walk away when you expected them to stay. Do not let that harden your heart. Not everyone who leaves is meant to go with you to the next season. Some people are lessons, some are blessings, and some are both. Release them without hatred, forgive without conditions, and move forward without looking back, because I am leading you into a future that requires freedom, not emotional chains. Remember this clearly. Forgiveness is not for those who hurt you, it is for you, so that your heart remains light and open to receive what I am about to pour into your life. I know you have carried responsibilities that felt heavy. I know you have been strong for others even when you felt weak inside. I know there were nights when you cried silently and days when you smiled while hurting. None of that was wasted, none of it was ignored. Every tear was seen, every silent prayer was heard, and every sacrifice was counted. You are stronger than you think because you did not quit when quitting felt easier, and I honor that perseverance. Now I am asking you to rest in me, not by stopping your effort, but by releasing your worry, do your part with diligence and let me handle the results. Do not carry tomorrow's burden today, because tomorrow already belongs to me. Focus on being faithful today, loving today, believing today, and obeying today, and I will take care of what comes next. I am teaching you how to walk by faith and not by fear, by trust and not by control, because control exhausts you but trust restores you. There is peace available to you right now, not when everything is solved, but right in the middle of uncertainty. That peace comes from knowing that I am with you and I am for you. No weapon formed against you will succeed, and no plan designed to harm you will have the final word. I turn opposition into opportunity, delays into development, and pain into purpose. You may not understand everything now, but you will, and when you do, you will see that even the hardest chapters were necessary to shape the beautiful story I am writing through your life. Stay close to me, talk to me honestly, bring me your doubts as well as your faith, your anger as well as your gratitude, because I want a real relationship with you, not perfect words. When you fall, get up. When you feel weak, lean on me. When you feel lost, listen for my voice. I will never lead you into darkness, only through it, and I will always bring you out stronger than before. Remember who you are and whose you are. You are loved, chosen, protected, and guided, and nothing can separate you from my love. Keep walking, keep trusting, keep believing, because what I am about to do in your life will not only bless you but will also inspire others who are watching your journey quietly. Your story will give them hope, your faith will remind them not to give up, and your victory will show them that waiting on me is never wasted. And as I continue speaking to you, let these words sink deeper into your spirit, because there is still more unfolding than you can see right now. I am teaching you patience not as punishment but as power, because patience builds strength that lasts. You may feel like time is moving slowly, but in the unseen realm everything is accelerating in your favor. I am aligning events, conversations, decisions, and moments that will soon make sense all at once. Suddenly doors will open that once felt locked, answers will come that once felt hidden, and clarity will replace confusion. You will look back and realize that nothing was wasted, not the waiting, not the pain, not the uncertainty. All of it served a purpose greater than you imagined. I know there were seasons when you felt invisible, when your efforts went unnoticed, when your goodness was taken for granted, but understand this truth clearly: I see everything. I see the small acts of kindness no one applauded. I see the sacrifices you made when no one said thank you. I see the honesty you kept when compromise would have been easier, and I am a just God who rewards faithfulness. What you sow quietly I will repay openly. What you gave without expecting I will return in abundance. Do not grow tired of doing what is right, because the harvest always comes to those who do not quit. Even now I am strengthening your inner life, because outward success without inner peace leads to emptiness. But I want you whole, grounded, and fulfilled, not just successful in the eyes of people. I want you free from fear, free from comparison, free from the need for approval, because when you walk securely in who I made you to be, nothing can shake you. Many people look confident but live anxious inside. Many appear joyful but are empty at heart. But I am giving you something deeper and lasting, joy that does not depend on circumstances and peace that does not collapse under pressure. Guard this gift carefully. Do not trade it for temporary excitement or shallow praise. Remain rooted in truth, remain steady in love, remain humble in victory, because humility keeps you close to me and pride always leads people away. I will lift you at the right time. You do not need to push or prove yourself. I am your defender and promoter. When others speak against you, stay silent and let me speak for you. When others doubt you, keep walking and let your life answer for you. Your consistency will silence criticism better than arguments ever could. There will be moments when obedience feels costly, when doing the right thing seems to slow you down while others move ahead through shortcuts. But trust me, shortcuts lead to long-term loss, and integrity always leads to lasting reward. I am building your future on a solid foundation so that when storms come, and they will, you will stand firm while others collapse. I am also healing the way you see yourself, because many of your struggles did not come from lack of ability but from wounds that made you doubt your worth. I am replacing those lies with truth. You are not weak, you are not forgotten, you are not behind, you are exactly where I can shape you best. Stop speaking harshly to yourself, stop replaying old failures in your mind. Those chapters are closed. You are not who you used to be. I am doing a new thing within you, and it is growing quietly but powerfully. Give yourself grace as I give you grace. Growth is not instant, but it is certain when you walk with me. You will still face challenges, but you will face them differently now, with confidence instead of fear, with faith instead of panic, with prayer instead of despair, and each victory, even the small ones, will strengthen you for greater ones ahead. I am also teaching you discernment. Not everyone deserves access to your heart. Not every voice deserves your attention. Choose wisely who you listen to, because voices shape direction. Stay close to those who encourage your faith, your peace, and your growth. Distance yourself from constant negativity, chaos, and disrespect. This is not pride, this is wisdom. Protect what I am building in you. Your future requires focus, and your calling requires clarity. You cannot pour into everyone and still remain full, so learn to rest, learn to say no when necessary, learn to trust that I am working even when you pause. Rest is not laziness, it is renewal. And I renew those who wait on me. Soon you will notice a shift, not only around you but within you. Things that once triggered fear will no longer control you. Situations that once drained you will lose their power, and you will respond with calm strength. That is growth, that is healing, that is my work becoming visible in your life. Stay faithful, stay open, stay teachable, because I am leading you forward step by step, and the best chapters of your story are still ahead. Even if today feels ordinary, something extraordinary is forming beneath the surface. Trust me, walk with me. And do not turn back, because what is coming will be worth every step you took to get there. I will provide for you when you lack, I will protect your family with abundance, and I will keep you steady no matter what happens. You will not turn away from me because I am your guide and your provider, and my promise never fails. I will make water flow in dry places, and I will do powerful works in your home. So listen carefully to these words until the end and return to them in quiet moments so your heart can receive them and my word can bring blessing, peace, provision, and a supply that no one can steal from you. This very day has been chosen since the beginning of time for you to receive the miracle you have been asking for, the breakthrough you have cried for, and the blessing you kept believing in. This is not an ordinary day or an ordinary message. This is your moment where heaven meets your life and changes everything. Pause and truly take in what I am telling you. The miracle you need is not coming later, it is already here. The answer to your prayer has arrived. The provision you were waiting for is being released right now as you receive these words. For a long time you have prayed and asked and waited, sometimes wondering if I heard you or cared, sometimes feeling tired and close to giving up. But what you could not see is that I was working on every level, arranging people, timing, situations, opening and closing doors, removing obstacles, and shaping you inside so that when the blessing came you would be ready to hold it and grow with it, because blessings without preparation are easily lost. So I was not delaying you but strengthening you, not refusing you but preparing you. And now after the waiting, the tears, and the testing, you have reached this moment. You are ready, everything is aligned, and I am opening heaven over your life so you will know it was my hand and my love. When you feel confused or tired, remember that I am your Father and I do not want you discouraged or lost. Your dreams matter to me, and that is why I guide you with words that restore you. Speak words of life and healing. Follow my direction and you will see victory instead of defeat and provision instead of lack. I am love in your heart and wisdom for your steps. Listen to me closely, seek me first, speak gratitude, do not use your words to harm others, be thankful for the people and blessings around you, forgive freely, walk in truth, and trust me with faith. I will protect you and guide you. My favor will surround you and my truth will keep you safe. Stand strong, forgive those who hurt you, choose kindness, and hold on to what is right. I walk with you and I love you deeply. Even in these times when many chase fame and power, you will stay faithful and humble. Your faith pleases me, so come to these words daily because they lead you into my presence. Say with your heart that you love me and trust me. Everything is in my hands and I will give you victory. Do not fear. I strengthen your faith and care for your needs. Every word I speak builds your life and protects your family. Rise up and do not give up because darkness cannot stop what I have planned. Blessings that were delayed are being released. Keep working, keep believing, and in the right time you will see a great harvest. Even now there is a battle you cannot see, but the enemy cannot defeat what I am doing in you, because you carry purpose and power, and because you did not quit. I am stepping in strongly, breaking chains, removing barriers, and releasing blessings in great measure. What looked impossible is changing right now. This is not imagination but my intervention. Guard these words, return to them, read my word. Remember those who stayed faithful before you. You will not give up either. Stand for your dignity and your family. Walk away from harm and violence. Trust me to provide. I healed you for a bright future and I will fill you with peace and joy. Hold tightly to my promises when fear tries to speak. I know the secret prayer of your heart and I have heard every tear. If you need provision, I am opening doors. If you need healing, I am restoring your body. If you need relationship healing, I am bringing restoration. If you worry about your family, I am protecting and guiding them. If you seek purpose, I am opening new paths. This is your season and your time. Meet me early with faith and bring your burdens to me. I will prosper you and strengthen you. I will lift you up and comfort you. I am healing your past wounds and removing bitterness and shame. I restore what was stolen and return it multiplied. This season is not just survival but transformation. Forgive yourself, let go of the past, do not compare yourself to others. Prepare your heart wisely because preparation protects blessings. You have grown and are now ready to receive and keep what I give you. Your life will become a testimony for others. You are not lacking because you have me. Focus on what truly matters. Care for your family, your health, and your faith. I bless you so you can bless others. Stay faithful and walk forward knowing that I am with you and I will complete what I started in your life.